I am so blind I can't even tell if I'm in focus or not. Oh well. Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're good. Today I have a tag video, as you know, title, you know. But first I want to show you something. I have a gift that was gifted to me, and I need to show it off, okay? I have to, you know? It's just one of those things. Boom! Do you see? Do you see? It is a Meg poster. A Meg poster. I repeat, it is a Meg poster. It is huge. It is giant. Do you it's there, you know? I don't even have posters anymore really, but this is going to be an exception, and I don't know where I'm going to put it. I will find a place. It's gonna be great. Giant shark on my wall. Yeah, that's not gonna terrify people that come and visit me. Today, the tag that I will be doing today is called the Campfire Book Tag, and I was tagged by Sam from Sarcasm and Sci-Fi, who is lovely. I love her. Subscribe to her if you have not. I will link her down below. This was created by, I think, Jaded Reader, so I will link that down below as well. But let's just quickly jump into the questions. Question 1, build the tent. Building the tent is the worst part. I hate it. A book you had to read that ended up being a drag. For me, I've said this before, I think I've said this before, but in high school I had to read The Great Gatsby. I wasn't really a fan. It took a lot to get through that book for some reason. I don't know why. And then I had to write a report on it, and it just wasn't a fun time. But years later, now I'm somewhat interested in rereading it from seeing the old original film and the new film with DiCaprio. That kind of made me want to reread it. And also I read The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which is also by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I really enjoyed that. It's I don't know if you would consider it a short story or novella, but it was really good. So I'm definitely interested in rereading it. The Great Gatsby, that is. Question 2, build a fire. A book you are proud of finishing. For me, that is going to be Moby Dick. I was proud of finishing Moby Dick. So, yep. Question 3, roasted marshmallow. A mushy sweet book you couldn't help but devour. Another book that I read in high school. I don't speak of this book a lot because the cover is just The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. This is the movie cover with Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. This book is adorable. I loved it in high school. I've reread it multiple times since, and I love this book. I'm not ashamed, okay? It's great. It's great. Just read it. Question 4, gone fishing. A book that had you hooked by the first chapter. Recently I read The Maw by Taylor Zajonc, I believe, this book right here, and this book just completely hooked me by the first chapter because you're just thrown into this situation where our main character is in this car with this other person, and they're driving through Africa. He has no idea what's going on. Things are crazy. They're going through all this terrain. You learn so much in this short amount of time in this first chapter that just intrigues you. It just makes you so interested in what's going on with this whole secret expedition. This is basically a survival story of these people getting stuck in this cave, this super cave in Africa, and there's just this mystery behind this story. There's a lot of psychedelics and just so many questions at play. It's a really, really good book. I will be reviewing it really soon, hopefully. I say that for everything, but hopefully soon. The next one is Skipping Rocks, a book or series you DNF'd. I don't think there's a lot that I've stopped reading series-wise. Oh, I would say Cassandra Clare. I read The Mortal Instruments and The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare when I first started book 2 because that was just the big thing, right? It still is, kind of. And I found them to be just average meh, and then The Infernal Devices was a bit above the meh, but it still wasn't anything amazing. and I just haven't wanted to pick up anything else in the Shadowhunter world ever since. I never will, honestly. They're just, if I would have read them in middle school or something, I probably would have liked them a lot more, but having read them right out of high school, it just was not, it didn't hold my interest. It just felt like everything I had ever read in young adult thrown together in this one series, and it just felt recycled, basically. That's how I feel about Cassandra Clare. Unpopular opinion, I'm sorry. Next question. Campfire Songs, a book so good you are always found singing its praise. Well, it's, do I even have to say it? I don't even have to say it, right? Here's Meg Generations, because the next book in the Meg series just released. This is book 6? 7? I don't even know at this point, really. There's so many books. It could be number 7, it could be 6, it could be 8. Killer Sharks, it's great. The Night Sky, a book that made you think deeply about an aspect in the world. Oh, I didn't grab this one, but recently a nonfiction that I read this year is called War of the Whales by Joshua Horowitz. It's a nonfiction book about sea life and sonar and just the effect we have on animals, and it really makes you think. Like every other nonfiction book I've read about the environment, it really makes you think. And this one was really, really well written, really accessible. It was just so good, and it made me cry buckets of tears. And I mean, I rated it 5 stars. It's my favorite nonfiction that I've read this year so far, so there's that. If you like environmental nonfiction, I would recommend picking it up. It's really good. The last question, question 8, The Teardown. A book that's ending was bittersweet. For me, I talk about this one every once in a while, is The Sacred Lies of Minnow Bly. This book has a very bittersweet ending. This book in general is one of those books that you have to take slowly because you read a bit and it's a bit too much, so you have to set it down because the content is just so, it just messes with you. You know, this book is about cults, it's about questioning your beliefs. It's about so much, and it's really, really, really beautifully tragic and just gorgeous, and I love it. So you should read that if you haven't. And I think those are all the questions. Yeah, those are all the questions. That was it. That's a Campfire Book Tag. Camping. I love camping. Camping's great, especially if it's with family and friends and you're out together and you're sharing stories and you're sharing scary stories. I love those. And then you creep people out. Anyway, but then there's bugs, and I don't like bugs, so there's that. Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm gonna tag Nikki from EXO Nikki, because Nikki, I said I'm gonna tag you in everything, so do this tag. And I'm also going to tag one more person. I'm gonna tag Courtney from, I believe her channel is Court the Reader. I really like her channel. She's a newer channel that I've been watching recently, and I'd like to tag you. I would like to hear your answers to this tag, if you would like to do it. So yeah, that's all I really have to say for today. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.